Hi everyone, welcome to Reading with Eve. Today we are doing something quite different. I know that a lot of YouTubers prefer to keep all the sort of mediums they want to talk about separate. For example, if they want to talk about movies and TV, they are going to keep those channels separate. I personally don't see much point in that, and it's not me trying a bunch of different things now to see what gets me more subscribers. I always loved horror films since I was a preteen, and if anything, books have come into that equation later. Horror books specifically, I was always a reader, but you get what I mean. I'm keeping everything tonally similar. I'm not suddenly going to start talking about romances and whatnot. I mean, maybe if my taste changes somewhere down the line, but you see what I mean. I'm keeping the things I'm interested in consistent. I just changed the medium. If I want to talk about horror films once in a while, I will do that. And it's my channel, so ultimately the algorithm is gonna hate me either way. So without any further ado, let's dive into it. Now, as you can see, the rankings are pretty self-explanatory. We have wrong demographic, films that did not work for me at all. What the actual films that that's the thing that comes to mind when someone mentions them. Who Are You Again? Films that I can't recall watching at all. Okie dokie, films that I liked. They were fine. Non-guilty pleasure, films that objectively are not good, like Rotten Tomatoes doesn't have a good ranking. They're not critically acclaimed, but I love no matter what. And Come Closer, My Love are just my all-time favorites. And since there's 200 films, I think, on here, I'm definitely not going into any type of detail. If you don't know the film, then I'm sorry, but Google will be your best friend. Otherwise, we'll be sat here for 3 hours, and no one wants that. And for series, like franchises, I have not downloaded an image for every single one. I will just mention my overall thoughts on the franchise when I get to it. So, let's get on with the ranking. Right, so let's make a start and try to just breeze through these. So we have The Woman in Black, okie dokie, loved Daniel Radcliffe, didn't really care for much else if I'm honest, ghosts are not my top thing in horror films. The Purge, okie dokie, good concept, but execution was eh. Then we have Silence of the Lambs, which I will put here because these are reserved for my all-time favorites, and I can appreciate that this was a classic, but it's just not my all-time favorite. Carrie, however, can go into Come Closer, My Love. Perfection, absolutely amazing. 2002 and 2013, don't care for either of them much. If I had to pick 2002 by a mile, but it doesn't say much. The Crazies, okie dokie, just another zombie film for me. The rake scene, if you know, you know. That was definitely memorable. Apart from that, Red Eye, Come Closer, My Love, perfect. Wes Craven, Cillian Murphy, Rachel McAdams, classic. I Know What You Did Last Summer, again, Come Closer, My Love, one of my favorites of all time. As far as I'm concerned, it's a cult classic, therefore it's not here, it's here. It's a good slasher. Fourth Floor, wrong demographic, which is a shame because 90s, I thought it was gonna be brilliant. I thought I would find a new favorite. It did not do it for me. Oh well. Sinister, I will put What the Actual, because that was disturbing. And I know it might be confusing because it's here, in between these, so you'd assume it's negative, but it's I don't really know where to put it, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a negative thing. It just invoked a very strong emotion in me, what the what am I watching? It, okie dokie, both the new and the 90s one, they're fine, but they're not my favorite. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, great parody, fun time, not my favorite. Oculus, again, okie dokie. I will eat up anything that Mike Flanagan cooks up, but you can tell this was one of his first works. Lake Mungo, What the Actual, because it was weird and disturbing and sad. Honestly, one of the most emotionally inducing combinations. Frailty, Come Closer, My Love, honestly, one of the only good new, I emphasize, horror films that I've seen in the past, I don't know, 6 months or so. I've not been having good luck with finding new favorites. A Harpoon, okie dokie. It was not what I expected at all. And I got really ill throughout the film because I was having this flu, and then I had a sinus headache from it, and then I ended up vomiting, and it's just, I don't have the good association with it, but the film itself was fine. Then Malum, it'll go with the actual because it was weird. It was such a weird film. Arrival, Who Are You Again, purely because I don't really remember any of it, just that Amy Adams was brilliant in it. I Am Mother, okie dokie, fine film, just sci-fi is not my top choice. Studio 666, again, fine, little fun, monsty, possession, ghosty, just a little bit of everything there, really. Enjoyable, definitely. Barbarian, what the actual, because I just had my jaw dropped for the second half, and not in the best way, because it just felt a bit... Anyway, we're not diving into deep wrap-ups of these movies. The Orphanage, Who Are You Again? I watched it in the past month, and I don't remember anything. The Village, okie dokie. I mean, Night Shyamalan does a twist pretty well, but it's definitely not a favorite. Jacob's Ladder, what the actual, because, like, what was that? I understand Silent Hill was heavily inspired by this, but yeah, I had thoughts watching it. Not all positive. Greta, Who Are You Again? I just know Chloe and Moretz is in it. Does she have a middle name? I know she does, but I'm not gonna Google it. But yeah, I just know there's some kind of an abduction involved, but I don't remember anything else about it. Perfect Blue, Come Closer My Love. I was so disturbed watching it, honestly. Like, anime horror, just classic at this point. Then we have... I actually can't tell what this is, so we'll move on for a tiny moment. Catacombs, I'll put Wrong Demographic, mainly because that was like watching something recorded with a potato. I know it was in 2000s, but it was bad. Smile, what the actual, because like, what did I watch? Not necessarily in a bad way. It was disturbing to the bone, like throughout. It was just so, but yeah, I can't put it anywhere else because like I can't call it my all-time favorite because I had some gripes with it. And I also kind of don't want to watch it again because it was traumatizing. Before I Wake, okie dokie. Again, interesting flick, interesting time. Totally Killer. I will put it in non-guilty pleasure because it's definitely a film that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's just some good fun. What do we have next? We have, again, I can't tell what that is, so I'll just get back to that. Choose or Die, Who Are You Again? I just remembered that the guy from Sex Ed TV show is in that. Then we have Sleepaway Camp. I will put in What the Actual, because like as a film itself, I didn't really care for it, but that twist, I mean, I think it got everyone. Signs, Wrong Demographic. I just did not like what they did with the ending. I didn't like the message of said ending. Invisible Man, okie dokie. I mean, terrifying, but not my favorite. Mama, Who Are You Again? I remember nothing about that film. Fear of Rain, I will put in okie dokie because I really enjoyed it, and it's very similar to what I did for my dissertation. Well, I did it like 2 years before. Obviously, my dissertation didn't reach anyone apart from my lecturers, so, you know, I'm not saying that they ripped that idea off, let's not be ridiculous, but what I'm saying is it's the only film that I found that actually somewhat captures what I tried to do with my dissertation screenplay. There's Someone Inside Your House, Wrong Demographic, very wrong, just burn it. That film is absolute horse poop. The book wasn't great, but like, come on. Secret Window, I love some Johnny Depp, so that is gonna go there. Let the Right One In, also gonna go in there. Red Dot can go in What the, cause it's just, the last third had me like gaping, like what? Then we have Dead End, which can go in Wrong Demographic, because I just found myself dissociating throughout the whole film. I just did not particularly care. The Vanishing can go in there. So I've only fully seen the Hollywood version, but I've seen bits of the original, and I think that's enough because it's just so So disturbing. Malignant, if we're going by the first half, it would have definitely gone in at least Okie Dokie, but I would, like, I didn't hate it, but I'll just put it in there because it just had me going like, what? Autopsy of Jane Doe can also go in there. Definitely never want to watch it again, even though it was brilliant. The lost footage of Leia Sullivan can go in here. Definitely had disturbing moments. I'm a pretty thing that lives inside the house. Remember nothing. Unborn. It was fine. Sleepy Hollow again. Fine. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Not for me. I did not like it. X can go. Such a brilliant homage to slashers, honestly. I loved Pearl as well. I'm really looking forward to Maxine. Death Proof. It started out really well and then it lost me. As Above, So Below. I remember nothing about it. Skeleton Key. I'm gonna go here because I was like, I did not expect what happened in that movie. Midsommar can go okie dokie. False Positive. I remember nothing about it, if I'm honest. Shutter Island. I know technically a lot of people class Shutter Island as a thriller and not a horror, but it's my video. It had scary moments. Silence. I don't think I made a tier for how I feel about this film, because for me it was just wasted potential, but I'll just put it in wrong demographic for the sake of them not creating a separate tier for one film. The Mist. Okie dokie. Fine film. The Glass House. I know this is more of a thriller, but just the concept kind of scared me, if I'm not gonna lie, so I'll put it in here. Us, again, okie dokie. He's Out There. I remember nothing about it. Fear Street Films. Okie dokie. I liked... Oh, sorry. That's not Fear Street. I got confused. Last Night in Soho. That's definitely an all-time favorite. I loved that film. I know it has mixed reviews, but I really enjoyed it. The Black Code's Daughter can go in okie dokie. Contagion. Oh, my God. This film, honestly, probably the most accurate depiction of how society dealt with COVID. Like, it just had me, like, shook in all the ways. Oh, wait. Was that not... Oh, sorry, it's because these squares are so small I actually can't see. But, okay, so that's Death Proof. The one that I thought that this was. And I think this is actually Nocturne. I cannot pronounce that word. You know, the one with Sydney Sweeney. And, like, piano lessons and all that. So that's going into okie dokie because I actually quite enjoyed it. Sorry about that. I cannot see properly, clearly. Then we have Old, another Night Shyamalan. That is fine. Then we have Christine, okie dokie, good old Stephen King. Then we have Haunt, I remember nothing about it. A Hush, I love me some Mike Flanagan. Can I put it on? Yep. Okay, that's great. What is that? I cannot see. Await further instructions. I remember nothing about this, just that it was weird. Actually, no, I remember something about it. I'll put it in here, but like not in a very positive way. I wouldn't watch it again. You're Next. It was fine. Zombieland. Again, I really enjoyed, but it's not an all-time favorite. Freaky. I know it has its qualms, but no, actually, I'll put it here just because I know it has its qualms and it is like sort of comedic. It doesn't take itself too seriously. So yeah, but I had a great time with it. Session 9, I was clearly the wrong demographic for it because everyone was like, oh my God, this is so scary. And I was just bored throughout it, if I'm honest. Hereditary, I feel like it automatically goes into what the. Megan, again, not guilty pleasure. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a fun time. Conjuring, the franchise is fine. Like, the first one, I don't know. If anything, I think the second one was more enjoyable for me. I don't know. To be fair, I mean, I'm just not super big on, like, possessions, like, poltergeist, whatever. Like, I like it, but not as much as I like slashers and purely psychological horror. So then we have Follow Me. I remember nothing. The Platform. That was just traumatizing for many reasons, which I'm not going to share. Faculty, I love. I I know it's so cheesy and the CGI and stuff, but it's just pure 90s, such good fun. Prom Night, I've seen both. I don't particularly care for the 1980 one, if I'm honest, but I know this is a remake that has nothing to do with it, with like Brittany Snow and Jessica Zor, but I actually enjoyed it. Like, I had a great time watching it. Same with Drive Through. That was just a fun experience. I mean, can't beat some Leighton, a Mr. I Miss Blair Waldorf. Then we have Till Death, which I'm just gonna also put it here because I don't know, anything Megan Fox is in gets automatically shat on. But I thought that it was actually a really well done film and her acting worked for what the film was trying to be. So I had a really fun time with it. Then we have The Menu, which is so amazing. I love it. Life was okay. Good cast, but yeah. Space horror. Then what is that? I can't tell. We'll get back to that. The Hills Have Eyes. I don't remember anything. I don't really care, if I'm honest. What is that? The Dead Don't Die, I think. Did not care for it. Ready or Not, easily a new time favorite. I mean, like, it's not even there. It's just, I love it. I love it so much. It's a brilliant film. I don't even remember what this film is about. Barely remember the title. Now we're on to Fear Street. Again, as I said, I'm putting them here. Then we have, what is that? My Bloody Valentine. I don't really get the hype for it. I tried watching it. Like, old Golden Age slasher. Did not do it for me. Things Heard and Seen, I'll put it in here because it just had me like, what? Same with Mother. I mean, never want to rewatch that one again, that's for sure. Secret Obsession. I mean, it was just... I'll put it in here because, like, I didn't necessarily love it enough to put it in here anyway. But it was just a bit of fun. Okay, so this is The Dead Don't Die. I'm so bad at seeing what the hell I'm talking about. Sorry. I'll put that here. Nobody Sleeps in These Woods Tonight. That's what that one is. And to be fair, that can stay there as well because I did not really like that film. Alien, I'll put it in Okie Dokie. I know it's a classic. It's just not like my personal favorite. And I'm not putting everything in my personal favorite because if everything's my favorite, nothing's my favorite. We still have so many to go. Oh my god. Okay, Insidious, Okie Dokie. That franchise is fine. Again, not my top choice. Same with Annabelle. Cube, I remember nothing. I know it's kind of like a cult classic, but it's just not. Then we have, can't tell what that is again. Oh my god, I'm so useless. We'll circle back to that. Yeah, Corporate Code, because that's useful. Yeah, and to that as well. Fatal Attraction. Where is that? No, that can go higher. I do love a good, crazy, unhinged woman story. Battle Royale can go here because I loved it. It's just not my all-time favorite. Terror Train, I did not care for. Unfriended can go into, not here, but it can go here because, like, it's not a good movie objectively. I'm pretty sure it was critically panned, but I really enjoyed it. People are messed up, and it was fun to experience and explore that. Babadook can go here. Then we have The Boogeyman, which I don't remember anything about. Get Out. So I'm putting it in here because I know it's perfect. It's going to be a classic. It's such an important commentary, but it's not my personal favorite. It's not particularly fun to watch. It's important, but it's not fun. Open Water Adrift, I'm gonna put it in, sorry, I know we keep scrolling back and forth, but there's already so many. I'm gonna put it in non-guilty pleasure because it's just stupid people getting their comeuppance and it's hilarious. Truth or Dare, Okie Dokie, I did not like the ending. Cloverfield Lane, I don't remember anything about it. Gerald's Game, Okie Dokie. Flatliners, I don't remember anything. Same with Triangle. I want to give Triangle another shot, but Shaun of the Dead, let's just put it where it rightfully belongs. Perfection. Final Girls, I will put in here because it's just some good fun. What is that? Don't Look Now. I don't remember anything about it. Interview with the Vampire. Okie dokie. Sleepaway Camp. Oh. So what was that? I can't tell what that was. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I'm so useless. Well, anyway. Sleepaway Camp can go in here because I've already said what I thought about it. Idle Hands can go in non-guilty pleasure because it was just a lot of fun and the cast is great. Then we have Don't Hang Up. Don't remember anything about it. Friday the 13th. The franchise as a whole can just go in here. Because, like, honestly, as far as horror slasher franchises go, ironically, even though this one set it off, it's arguably the worst one. But it's just such fun. Nightmare on Elm Street can go here because I just love, love, love. Same with Halloween. I mean, Halloween is like my favorite slasher of all time. So that can rightfully rest there. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okie dokie. Oh, since I said that I would summarize what I was feeling about the franchise. So obviously the first Halloween is my favorite. I really love the second one. Third, don't talk about that. 4 to 6, okay. Then I love, love, love H2O, and Resurrection would definitely go here because I love it. It's such good fun. And then the remakes I've never watched, and the new ones, I liked the first out of the new trilogy only, and Halloween Ends is probably one of my, if not the least favorite horror films I've ever seen in my life. And now circling back to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't really remember any others. I know I've seen a few, but I've only really properly remembered the first one, so that says anything and everything you need to know. When a Stranger Calls, I mean, just those first 20 minutes, the rest of it, I'm like, eh. Same goes with The Babysitter, like, what was that? World War Z, I remember nothing. The Visit, fine. It Follows, don't mind me, just moving things around. There you go. Would You Rather? So messed up, but I love that movie. I think it's brilliant. Then we have Lights Out, which I know it's not been well received, but I actually really enjoyed it. Silent Night, Deadly Night is okay. Then we have Cabin in the Woods. I know it might be a bit of an unpopular opinion, but to me it's fine. It's not an all-time favorite. Then we have the one with Keira Knightley, 2001, which is, I know it's more of a thriller, but I just love that movie so much. Wrong Turn, okie dokie. The Vanishing, The Vacancy, sorry. I don't remember any of it. Urban Legend, I love it. It can go in here. And then we have 13 Ghosts. I only remember one scene from it. I know Matthew Lillard's in it, so I need to give it another chance. Then we have Stay Alive, which I just adore that movie. It's not been well received, but it's just so much fun. Sorority Row, honestly, it's one of my all-time favorites. Perfection. Well, to me, I really enjoyed that movie. Shrooms, it was fine. Ouija, it was fine. Jennifer's Body is, don't worry, it's going up. See, it's where it belongs. Then we have House of Wax, which was fine. Like, it was okay. Then we have Hide and Seek, which was, again, okay. The Grudge, okie dokie. I mean, I do love some Buffy. Ginger Snaps is a new all-time favorite. Then we have From Hell, which is, like, I vaguely remember, like, 2 scenes from it, but everything else is just a blur. I know what it's about, but, like, that's it. Then Deep Blue Sea can go here. I actually feel like rewatching it at the time of filming this. Cherry Falls, it was, I mean, it's impossible to find even through many means, but it was just so entertaining and so different. Saw, first and second, I enjoyed. The rest are just torture stuff. Then Cabin Fever. Again, it's not a good movie, but I enjoyed that a lot. Then we have, again, what was that film then of the Boogeyman? Anyway, Boogeyman, I remember nothing about. Then we have Boo, which I'm pretty sure no one has heard of this film, and I found it just browsing through random torrents like years and years ago. I've not seen it in like 10 years, but I really enjoyed it. Like, it's very cheesy, and it's not great plot, but like, I had fun with it. Black Sheep can go here. Anaconda can just go in, Okie Dokie, I guess. Amityville Horror can just go in. I remember nothing about it, and I don't really care. The same with All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. The Descent, can go in Okie Dokie as well. Evil Dead can go in here. It's just weird. The Fog can go. Who Are You Again? I remember nothing. Black Christmas needs to go way up there. There you go. That's more like it. And then we have, we're near the end. Woo! Rosemary's Baby can go here actually, but like in the best way. It just had me questioning everything and feeling very, very disturbed. Dead Calm can go in Okie Dokie. I know it's more of a thriller, but The Ring is perfection. Probably the best like remake. I've not seen the Japanese one, but as far as I'm concerned, this is like the best remake from like a different country to the US of all time. Fright Night, I remember nothing. I've only seen the remake, by the way. And then we have Arachnophobia. I remember nothing. Eight-Legged Freaks will go in a non-so-guilty pleasure because it's just such good fun. Go. Then we have The Sixth Sense, which is gonna go in Okie Dokie purely because it's not my all-time favorite, but I appreciate its classic. Same with Orphan. Then The Haunting. I did not really care for it. Same with Drag Me to Hell. Final Destination is just a classic at this point. Just bear with. There you go. Then we have Scream. Do I even need to say it? I think I've mentioned Scream in like half my videos somehow. There you go. And then we have The Craft, which just bear with. Sorry, I keep flipping and flipping, but yeah, all-time favorite. Dawn of the Dead. Actually, that can stay there, to be fair. I think it was well received, but like, yeah, I actually really enjoyed that film. And then we have Black Swan, which can go in here. Brilliant, but not an all-time fave. Jaws can also go here. I liked the second one a lot more than most people. The other two I don't give a crap about. 28 Days Later, again, brilliant, but just not an all-time favorite. Psycho, again, brilliant, just not an all-time personal favorite. Same with American Psycho. American Psycho 2 would probably deserve its own tier, but I'm not gonna do it. And The Shining is an all-time favorite. I mean, everyone and anyone will know this by now. I don't shut up about the book version or the movie. And then let's just quickly figure out what the hell this is. Nope. I think that's Nope. I don't remember anything about it. I tried watching it, but I just couldn't focus. And then let's just see what is left now. So bear with me for a second. So we have Hell House LLC, which I will put in here because I don't know how well it's been received, but I've not been hearing much about it. But it's just, it actually creeped me out. So, you know, congrats, movie, on doing that. Carriers with Chris Pine. The only reason I knew about it, I mean, good film. I enjoyed it personally. And then we have just these last few. I'm trying to figure out what the hell they are. So just give me another quick moment to do that. It Comes at Night. I remembered nothing. Absolutely nothing about this one. Then we have House of Nine, which I also remember nothing about. And then we have Child's Play, which can go in Okie Dokie. And the last one that we have is The Happening, which oh my god. I'm just gonna put it in here, because, like, what was that? What was that movie? And that is it. My tier ranking of all the horror films that I have seen. And, well, I say all, but I'm sure I missed something, because I keep a list, but how comprehensive that list is, you never know. I might have forgot something. But as far as everything is concerned, so as you can see, the first two tiers are my all-time favorites, ones that these ones are the ones that I'm definitely not ashamed of. These ones I'm still not ashamed of, but I'm aware that some people might not acknowledge that, you know, they're actually quality films. Then we have these I love. So I'm trying to move the screen, but so yeah, these I love. They're still great films. They're just not my all-time favorites. And just let me quickly just do a quick scroll. And the second half of this tier. So yeah, these ones I actually don't remember at all, but it doesn't mean that I didn't like them. They just didn't leave an impression. Now that you see how many of these I've watched, you know, it's self-explanatory. These ones invoked very strong feelings. About half of these, like, because I thought they were amazing, but very, like, I don't want to watch them again. And the other half because I was like, I was already not having a particularly good time, and then you just sprung me with that. So I'm not into it either way. And then these ones are just ones that it's just, yeah, they didn't do it for me. But yeah. So I hope that you liked this little bit of different content. If you did, then please make sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see if I will like to do more movie content in the future. So